When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Underway. And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Fletcher. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Now on first down from the 28. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Grabbed over the middle. It's Daniels. And he'll be brought down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Wants to throw on third down. Sets up the screen. Past the 40. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
You know, you would have thought that after having 3 interceptions in their last game, the quarterback would absolutely never throw this guy's way. But here we are. We're in the first drive, and they're trying to be aggressive, and they're attacking one of their best players defensively, and he makes them pay. 4 picks in 2 games. We got to be talking about this guy for the Heisman, right?
They'll run the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. It's caught downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. On the run, it's Fletcher. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the boot, looking for his man. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. The throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Got his man on the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Makes the grab. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. Make it down in their own end defensively in the red zone. They really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give is to Williams. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
Miami 7, Florida State 0.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires on the move. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They use the end around first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. Oh, out of space. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the
wide open spaces. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Miami.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Beck. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. Power. He's loose. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield on first down. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Miami! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
14, FLAwda State, 0.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's Webster. Turning on the Jets. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Looking to fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Beck. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
To the air on second down. The short hands, it's Davis. There he goes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Seminoles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. There he goes! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and more. At the 45 on his way. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Webster. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Knowles come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
With the catch, it's Robinson.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's got an open man. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Keeps the play going. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the wideout. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 15, here's the return. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the move. It's a seam wide open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Webster. It's a running room. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw, it's Castellanos. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Back to pass on second down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Hard in the backfield. It's Fletcher. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Well, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on the field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or 2 back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.